Hey, Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so on today's podcast, what we're going to do is talk about my Clough Rd site and how it's doing, the week in numbers, what happened last week, and ultimately just give you a lowdown on what we're doing so far. Tomorrow's episode, by the way, is something to do with Clough Rd. Again, it's all about how I'm financing the containers, how much it's costing me, and how much revenue we're getting in. It is wonderful. It's literally getting the customers to pay for the containers. It's like a secret weapon. I didn't know this before, and I don't know why I didn't know this before. Asset finance is wonderful, and it's just opened up so many avenues for me, so many doors, and I love it. And then, by the way, as you can tell, as you know, they sponsor the podcast now, and I'm over the moon to sponsor the podcast because it's something that has been fundamental to my growth, and I know it can help you guys as well. So I'm all about getting sponsors that can actually help you and who I know, like, and trust, and hope that then you can use them and stuff. Anyway, that's tomorrow's episode. I love it. I love stuff like this. It makes me all warm and fuzzy inside, honestly. So that's tomorrow's episode, and I can't wait to explain it to you. Okay, so let's talk about Clough Rd, the figures with Clough Rd then last week. I'll start with. I never know which way to go, because it's all my figures are everywhere for Clough Rd, so I never know how to grab them and how to document them to you. So what I'll do is I'll start with a number of quotes. We had 38 quotes last week. That was the most quotes we've ever had in a week. You would expect that, and the reason you'd expect that is because we're getting into the summer, so you'd expect that the quotes are going to increase because normally then, I don't know, people use self-storage in the summer more. So 38 quotes. Number of reservations, that was 11. That was the most amount of reservations we've ever had in 1 week. We've had 10 before, but we've never had 11. So we had 660 square foot reserved. So over the moon with that. I say over the moon with that. 11 rooms, 660 square foot isn't a lot of reserved square foot. We've had 1,000 before. But we're getting there, and I only imagine it's going to be going to increase in popularity. However, it can't increase too much because we've got a problem, and I'll get to the problem in a minute. So that was a conversion rate from quotes to move to reservations of 29%. Over the moon. That anywhere between 25 and 30, I'm happy with. So number of move-ins last week. It was a very quiet week for move-ins, actually. We only had 3 move-ins for Clough Rd last week, and that was for 150 square foot in total. So the conversion rate of quotes to move-ins was only 8%, which we want it to be a lot higher than that. However, it's a small sample size. It's 1 week, and I expect this next week, by the way, to be very, very good. Number of rooms moved out. We had 3 move-outs, and guess what? For the first time ever, we was net square foot last week down. We had 200 square foot move out, and we had 150 square foot move in. So what does that mean? What position is it? It's a negative 50 square foot. Way, public maths, nailed it. Right, so that's the fundamentals. How is it looking at the minute, Clough Rd? Let's have a look. Let's go to Stora. Right, okay, so the monthly recurring revenue, if everybody was paying full price, that's what I like to look at, is £14,039.68. Obviously, people are on a half price rate, etc. So, but it gives you some indication. This is what I like looking at every single day. I wake up and I check it. My gross revenue. How much have I actually taken? What have I physically taken this month so far? And I've taken £4,397. That is on the 16th of May, by the way, when I'm doing this. All these figures are from Monday morning. So it's all last week. So that means, so what I like to do here is I like to move it. I like to move it. So £4,397 divided by 16, because it's been 16 days so far, £274.81 a day. And I times it by 31 because there's 31 days in a month. And so that means I'm going to be taking £8,519. Now, what I'm aiming for this month is, in the month of May, I'm aiming for £10,000. So at the minute, it says we're on track to take 8,519. I think that's going to increase because we've got loads and loads of move-ins planned this next week. So I think that'll improve. Hopefully, we'll get up to £10,000. Let's have a look. The square footage, we're getting at the minute £12.88 per square foot. £12.88 per square foot. Not great by any stretch of imagination, but please don't forget that we haven't been open that long. And so that includes most people are on a half price rate. So most people are getting a half price. That figure will continue to increase, and it'll be over £20 per square foot. Absolutely guarantee that I don't like saying guaranteed, but I expect it to be over £20 per square foot. Well, it should be, because we're actually more expensive now at Clough Road than we are at Willoughby, and we're getting over £20 per square foot at Willoughby. So why wouldn't it be? Of course it will be. The store occupancy. Now, this is where we're having a little bit of problem here. The store occupancy is 75.59%. So that means that we haven't got a lot of units to go. We've got no containers left, and that's my fault, by the way. Completely my fault, because we should never ever be in a position where you have no containers left. You should be always ordering more. And I got a text on Sunday saying we've just rented out our last container. I was like, well, reserved it. Brilliant. But I thought we'd only rented out 6. That means it was 7. And last week we reserved so many containers, and I didn't know. And it's, to be honest, it's a communication problem there, because I should have told my team to tell me when we're down to the last couple of containers, and I didn't. So it's on me, and now we're just gonna have to wait for some containers. It might take 2 weeks to get containers. So that's my problem. It's on me. So we could potentially lose customers who want a container now, and we've got none. So I even feel embarrassed telling you guys, because I should know better. I should be better. And it's an oversight. It's a mistake. So hands up, I've messed up. And so first thing this morning, I text Tom at Willbox and said, give us a price. What price can you do? And so, and how quick can you do it? So we've got no containers to go out at the minute, but we're going to get more containers, another 10, hopefully within the next 10 days, I'm hoping. And then the store occupancy. And by the way, we have got a container that it's not as bad as that, because somebody's reserved the container for the 1st of June. And so we'll have new containers by then. So really, we do have a container to go at, if you like. So it's not that bad, because obviously by the time the new containers come, that person will have moved in, because it'll be 1st of June. And he can move in. So hopefully you get that. Well, why wouldn't you? Hopefully I've explained it well. Right, so the store occupancy is 75.59. Another problem here is that obviously now we need to get the shop fit underway. We need to get, and so I've been ringing around, and I've been on the phone again this morning saying, look, what's happening with this shop fit? It's been on order for a long time. Deposits are paid. How quickly can we get it? What can we do? And so they're trying to pull some strings. The problem is that the lift still hasn't been ordered. It's a 14-week lead time for a lift. So people are going to have to move in for the first floor, because hopefully within 5 weeks the shop fit will be done, and people are going to have to use the stairs to carry stuff up. That is not ideal at all. And again, I kind of have dropped the ball on this one again as well. We didn't expect Stormore Clough Road to take off the way it has, and my projections were that I would need the extra space, the fit out in January and February next year. But obviously it's been mental. We've been open, what is it? I don't know how many weeks now. But we're taking 7,000 square foot. We're net 7,500 square foot. That's where we are right now. The occupancy, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Occupancy. There's a button. Occupancy, square foot in use at the minute is 7,200 square foot. So, and that's a 9,525. So I never ever expected to be in this position after 3 months. I think we've been open 3 months. So it is phenomenal. It is really, really good. It's exciting, but it just means that we're going to have to pull everything forward. And yes, we placed the order a month ago for the fit out, but unfortunately, it's continued to accelerate, and we're going to have no units in 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, we're going to be absolutely out of units. So what we can do now is we can start by doing revenue management. We can start increasing prices. We can start doing price increases. That's what we're doing as well. We're increasing people's prices. And I know people have only been in a little bit, but we have to start increasing people's prices. We have to start sending them letters out, because you've got to give people 28 days notice before you increase the prices. So what we can do now is we can focus more on revenue management and getting that price per square foot up. I mean, hopefully this will be our best performing site. There's no doubt about it for price per square foot. And hopefully we'll get the shop fit done within 5 or 6 weeks. And because of the increase in price, I do think that conversions and the occupancy growth is going to slow down. It can't keep going at this rate, at this trajectory, purely because we're putting up prices. We've got to put up prices to slow that trajectory down of increased prices of the occupancy. And it's a fantastic position to be in. It really is. But I do think that I could have probably managed this better. But the reason, here's my excuse. The reason why I didn't place the order any earlier is because I never foresaw this trajectory of people moving in continuing. I thought it would just be a fad. I thought that after 2 months of exceptional results, when we get the chain rate, we'd get people moving out, and it would slow down the occupancy. It would slow down the occupancy growth, but it never really materialized like that. And it's just continued, the snowball has just continued to go. And I didn't want to place the order because you've got to manage your cash flow. You've got to manage your cash in your business. And I didn't want to place that order, a £50,000 deposit, unless I needed it, unless I really needed it to. So I'd rather be a little bit late to the party, because we're only a small company at the minute. We are going to get bigger, but we're only a small company at the minute. So we've got to look after our cash as best we possibly can do. So I'd rather be late to the party in ordering. It's not ideal, by the way. Really, you want to be early to the party. But for me, in my cash position, I'd rather be late to the party and order later and be out of units for a couple of weeks than ordering early and perhaps not needing that units, because the only way we're going to pay for them all is if they continue to be rented out. So we need this growth to continue once phase the upstairs is all fitted out, once the new phase is in. We need obviously to continue that. And so I didn't want to place the order unless I was absolutely certain its trajectory was going to stay and we would actually need that extra space. And now I'm convinced, yes, we're a little bit late, but ultimately I can't be too mad at myself because I was protecting cash. I'm protecting cash, and that is the name of the game, because if you don't have cash in your business, it's like petrol in your car. If you don't have petrol in your car, you can't go anywhere, you can't move, you're stuck, you're broken down. And that is exactly the same as business. So I was just trying to be a little bit cute, I suppose. And you're never going to get it perfect. You're never going to time it perfect. But in this situation, it's not, it is what it is. It's not too bad. And to be honest, it is a fantastically brilliant position to be in. The fact that we're running out of space, and we're first world problems, isn't it? I'm complaining because my site is filling up too quickly and we haven't got the room. I mean, Jesus, get a grip, son. So first world problems. Right, what else can I tell you? Where our quotes came from. How about that? Because that, my friends, is crucial to managing your business. So Google, 15 quotes came from Google. 15 quotes came from Google. That was 54%. Passing by, 5 quotes came from that, and that was 18%. Used before, brilliant. I don't know if I've used this before. Maybe used Willoughby before. 2, so that's 7%. Word of mouth. This is what I love, my friends. 3 quotes came from word of mouth. That's 11%. And estate agents, we had 1 quote from estate agents, which was 4%. I'm rounding up and rounding down there, guys. So if it's not exactly 100%, that's the reason why. So Google performing really, really well. But word of mouth, I am very, very happy with that. 11% of quotes came from word of mouth, which is lovely jubbly. Clough Rd figures. May, what's this spreadsheet for May? I'm just going to open this and see if there's any more information. How much we've actually taken. At the minute, we've taken £4,124.50 in actual cash, and that lines up to what we're saying here. Subscriptions, no, analytics, there it is. Yeah, it lines up just about with what Stora is saying as well. Is there anything else I can tell you? Monthly recurring revenue, we've already gone through that. No, guys, so that's it. We've told you everything. Right, tomorrow's episode is going to be a doozy. I'm looking forward to it. All right, my friends, love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Hope you guys are absolutely crushing it as well. All right, dudes, dudettes, ta-da.